Today I'm going to give you a quick rundown of a end-of-lease inspection on a Bobcat. The very first thing we're going to do is verify the VIN number to the piece of equipment we're supposed to be inspecting. The next thing we're going to do is going to note whether it has tracks or tires. And then I'm going to list the options as we walk around to the front of the unit. Check, see if it has high-flow hydraulics, power Bobcat, or if it has a selectable joysticks. The next thing I'm going to do is look at the attachment that belongs to the unit, and we're going to check it, write down what type it is, and verify the VIN number that's on it, and record that as well. We're going to check the condition of it. We're looking for missing parts, damage, and then we're going to move on to the unit itself. I'm going to do a walk around of it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the frame of it, look at the booms and see if I have any damage to them. We're going to check all the welds. Make sure the welds aren't cracked. We're going to look at all the bushings as we go down, making sure that all the bushings are in good shape. The tires, we're going to check the condition of the tires. We're looking to make sure it has at least 50% wear left on it and it's not damaged by deep cuts. We're going to check the rims, make sure the rims aren't bent. And I'm going to check both tires on the sides to make sure they match. Next thing I'm going to do is I go by, I'm going to take a look at the cylinders, look at the lift cylinders. I'm looking for signs of leaks. And we'll also check the hoses and see if they have any damage or leaking to them. I'm going to check the bushings, the frames, looking for any kinds of damage. At the rear, we're going to look at the door and see if the door has any damage to it. And check the lights and the backup alarm, make sure they're all intact. Going to operate the door, make sure it opens smoothly. While I've got the door open, I'm going to look inside and make sure that the engine, there's no visible leaks and missing parts. We're going to inspect the battery to make sure that the battery is intact. I'm going to inspect the muffler and the exhaust system for leaks. Open up the screen and check the radiators, make sure there's no damage and it's not clogged. And also check the fluid levels. In the back of the cab, I'm going to check the roof. I'm going to look at the back window and also look at the rear of the boom, also looking for more damage and cracked welds. On the cab itself, we're going to check the rollover protection system to make sure it hasn't been compromised by damage. Then I'm going to check, looking at the frame for major damage, checking the boom, the bushings, the hydraulic cylinders, and inspect all the welds. I'm going to check the tires on this side as well to make sure they match the other tires, that they're got good wear without any major damage. Around on the front, I'm going to look at the tilt cylinders and make sure that those tilt cylinders are also not damaged. I'm going to look under it and make sure that there's no leaks underneath the unit. Looking for hydraulic and fluid leaks. I'm going to inspect the inside of the cab. I'm going to check the seat, the back wall, and the safety bar to make sure that they're not damaged. I'm going to look at the joystick handles as well. Also want to check the work lights and make sure the work lights are intact. Next I'm going to start the unit up, run the engine up and down looking for signs of exhaust smoke. Listen to the engine, make sure the engine runs well. While I'm in there, I'm going to record the engine hours and check for active codes and active fault lights. Then I'm going to operate the unit in all different full range of motion. Then I'm going to recheck the unit.